Here's a bit of a mystery for you. On October 25, 2025, Lufthansa flight LH574 flew from Munich to Cape Town and landed at 9:58 in the morning, rather than arriving close to its usual scheduled arrival time of 7:40. This means a delay of over 2 hours, quite peculiar for a flight that departed only 28 minutes behind schedule. And while Lufthansa hasn't officially, publicly stated a reason necessary traffic rights were not available, some keen avgeeks have their own theories as to what happened. We take a look for today's video. And so the A350-900 operating Lufthansa flight LH574 on the 25th of October took this route, essentially around the African continent, rather than flying a much more direct path as is the case with other iterations of the service. The flight, in its more direct routing, would cover close to 5,000 nautical miles with an average duration of about 10.5 hours. The October 25th service ended up taking a little over 13 hours. So, what happened? Well, German media outlet Aero Telegraph, reporting on the story, noted that a Lufthansa spokesperson stated, "For reasons that are still unclear, the necessary traffic rights were not available." Now, Ben of 1 Mile at a Time has a theory that sounds quite plausible. He points out that the October 25th flight was actually the first day that the seasonal service operated between Munich and Cape Town. It's a route that only operates in the IATA winter season, and so the last iteration of LH574 prior to October 25th took place on March 29th. The thing is, the 2025 IATA winter season started on October 26th. And so Ben suspects that Lufthansa only requested the necessary permission for the route as of the start of the IATA winter season, but then launched the flight 1 day earlier. From an airline perspective, it makes sense to get these seasonal flights started on a Saturday rather than a Sunday, capturing more travelers who want to begin their trip right after the work week. If this is indeed what happened, it makes for a fairly satisfactory explanation as to why the airline didn't have the necessary traffic rights to fly over the continent. What we have to wonder about is when the pilots and passengers found out about their revised flight plan, since Flight Radar 24 shows the flight arriving delayed. This tells us that the scheduled arrival time was based on the more direct routing. That in itself could be a data issue. It would be interesting, yet unlikely, for the pilots to find out about their longer flight path after takeoff. With the extra distance and time in the air, that longer route would have really eaten into their fuel reserves. At least the worst part of this incident was a delayed pair of flights and nothing worse. And yes, in case you're wondering, the return service to Munich, LH575, did fly a more direct path for its October 26th service. What do you think of all this? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.